Well, back after the Iraq War, I used to go over to the Walter Reed Hospital for the wounded veterans and talk to them about government programs and that are available to veterans. And what disturbed me that they just want to know about veterans programs. Yeah, and I was trying to convince them all the time that no, you have to go and apply for every program, not only veterans programs, but every program. And I personally believe that veterans should be first in line for every goddamn program this government has. And there's millions of them. And if somebody's going to put their ass on the line and their life on the line for the rest of us, they deserve to be the first in line. And I remember coming back from Vietnam and I thought I was going to be a hero like John Wayne. Man, people looked at me like I was crazy. What did you do that for? But these are different times, thank God. And what's important that if you have a veteran or a veteran's family, that you know not only the veterans programs, but all the other programs that are a fraction. The veteran benefits is worth about $300 billion, okay? Now, the total benefits for everybody in this country is 4 trillion, not 3 billion, but 4 trillion. And that averages out to about $17,000 per a grown-up in this country every year. So we keep giving it out. But the veterans, you should, if you're a veteran or a veteran's family, check all the veterans programs first, and then go and find all the other programs. And that's what I have here as a list. And I'll put this in the description below on YouTube. So you too, and you know the family that are veterans, and maybe from the Second World War still. There's still some of those guys around. I think they're very few. So you better hurry up and tell them what they got. But here's the kinds of things that are available. Now, here's the first thing. If you're a veteran or even a veteran's family, this is for the whole family, too. You're a son, a daughter, a wife, a partner, or whatever, part of the family. Find out about this. And the first place to go is your Veteran Service Office. Veteran Service Officers is what you want. Now, I have a link in the description here. It's nvf.org, nvf.org/veterans-service officers. But what they want you to do is call first. Okay, if you haven't used them before, call first. And then actually that list too has all the state sources in there, because there's a special office for every state and even every county. But they want to talk to you first. Here's their phone number, 888-777-4443. 888-777-4443. Now, there's a whole bunch of great programs for all the wars we've been into the last few years to have people come back, get money for housing, get money. And the biggest thing is careers, man. Money to go to school, money to live on while you're going to school, money to get train for a skill, money to live on while you're training for a new skill. Because there's not a lot of need for people who know how to kill people in civilian life. So you got to get another skill to make money at. Well, maybe there's some of those around. That's probably in the government too, isn't it? So that's the first thing you want to do, is the local Veteran Service Office. Okay, the next thing you want to do is really set up for veterans too, is training programs, free training programs. And also the training programs also have money to live on while you're training. So not only do they pay for you to take this course or the certificate program or college or whatever, they give you money to live on while you're doing that, okay? And that's at your local career one-stop, but it's /veterans, okay? So you want to know, and I have the link here in the website to make sure you apply to that. Now, also what every state has, and it's more than state, is what's called a tuition assistance to go to college, a junior college, to get a certificate or anything. So you want to find out what's available in your state, and I have the link there for every state. So you click on this link and you go to NASFAA.org. NASFAA.org. FAA.org. And in there, they have a state-by-state listing of financial aid programs, okay? So find out about the financial aid programs. And there's programs not only for veterans, but for everybody. But everyone has now a program for veterans in their state office, too. Now, also for housing. Every state has money for housing, for veterans to get down payment money, closing cost money, fix up money, or just for veterans, okay? So how do you find out about that? Okay, you go to NCSHA, that's a National Council for something housing, NCSHA.org. See, every program I give you is going to be a .org or a .gov. Anybody else is just going to rip you off or something. So you don't want to get ripped off. You want to go to .gov or .org only, nobody else. Please, because they're going to rip you off, okay? So we have that, and you find out the programs there. Now, the other thing you should do is get a housing counselor. And this is really true for everybody. You don't have to be a vet or not a vet. But you go to hud.gov/counseling. Make an appointment. They're going to know about the special things for veterans and non-veterans, okay? But remember, all the stuff I give you, go to that first one I said, the Veteran Service Officer. Okay, you want to contact them first. Call the number, go to the website, whatever. They're the ones we want to start with. And then you go down the rest of this list. Now, starting a business, they have a lot of special programs just for veterans to start businesses, and special one-on-one help and things like that. And you get that at sba.gov. And then search for veterans. I have the list. Veteran-owned businesses. But it's not even a business you have. You don't have a business, and they help you start a business. Or you just want to work at home and get contracts from the government working at home. You could do that too. And they help you figure all that out too. It's free. See, everything, if you go to Google, they're going to charge you for all this stuff. You'll find somebody, we'll get you this. Don't worry, just give us $5,000 and everything will be okay. No, get out of there. Get out of Google. Okay, here now sources for everyone else, because don't forget the grants for veterans is worth about $330 billion. The grants for everybody is $4 trillion. So you get in that. And as I say, you should be the first in line, but you may not be because they don't have laws for that. They have laws on the other one that you're the first in line, okay? But here they don't. And one is particularly for healthcare. A lot of people complain about the veterans' healthcare. It's good, I hear, and maybe not so good sometimes. But if you need an option, go to needymeds.org. needymeds.org. Okay, and that's I have .com here now. That's bad. needymeds.org, and you can get free prescription drugs, free dental care, free health care, free mental care, free transportation to go to see another doctor to get a second opinion, and money to live on because you're recuperating for something. All that is there, okay? So that's a wonderful website. It's a .org, remember that. And then anybody for job training, if you don't go to the veterans, go to the regular job training program, and that's Career One Stop, careeronestop.org. And also SBA, if you're not a veteran, then you go to the normal site. And this has actually more stuff, because if you go to sba.gov/local-assistance, you'll not only get the veterans offices there, but you'll get all the offices. Where I live, there's like 30 of them. Nonprofit organizations that get money from the government to help you start a business. Okay, so it's a .gov. Nobody's going to charge you money. .gov.org. Make an appointment with as many people as you can. Now, here's the pièce de résistance, even though the Olympics in France, but France ain't in me. Okay, but go to findhelp.org, and that's where to get help on living expenses. Actually, when you go there, put in veterans first, because then you'll see all the nonprofits in your area that just help veterans. But don't stop there. Then go to the other keywords. Say if you need help for rent, then you put in rent. And you'll see there's probably 50 to 100 organizations in your zip code that help you with rent, no matter who the hell you are. And this anything you need. You need transportation, okay? put in transportation, and you'll see all the free sources of cars and transportation services and all this kind of stuff, that are free for no matter who you are, veterans or non-veterans. So this list is in the description below. Make sure you have it. These are programs you all pay for your taxes, and you should be aware of them. And if you don't need them, then help other people with them. Use these sources and tell people about them so they know that there is help out there. It takes some work on your part, so they're not going to jump on your lap and write a check for you. This is not Santa Claus. You have to do some work. You got to find Santa, and they're sitting there waiting for you. They're more like the Maytag repairman. You're not old enough to remember that. Don't worry. But it's there, and the help is there, and it's there to help you, whether you're a veteran or not. Maybe we'll treat veterans a little better now, and it seems that we are. So make sure you apply to not only the veterans programs, but all the other programs that the government has to offer to everybody. Veterans program is a small sliver, it's less than 10% of what's there. And so you're missing 90% of the free help and money that's out there for everybody in America, not only for veterans. So make sure you do that. And that's what Lesko Help is. It's a loving community that help each other find the programs. And people who are successful in getting programs, then they show other people how to get it. So it's really a place where members help members. Then we give out our own grants. On the 4th of every month, this is the biggest one we give out every month. We have monthly grants. One of them is $40,000 on the 4th of every month. The 4th of every month. So whatever month this is, we give out $40,000 on the 4th. And that's for people to spend any way you want. You get $1,000 or $500. So the application is on the 4th, and all you have to do is give us one sentence, just one sentence on what you would do with $1,000. That's all. But you got to be a member. Okay, that's leskohelp.com.